G'day Bodgies and Widgies and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing on with the build of the new fish room. We're not actually going into the fish room in this video. However, because I've got two new 250 gallon 6-foot aquariums coming to the fish room that we have to set up an aquascape, and that isn't going to be cheap, we're going to walk around the Bodgie farm to see if there's any driftwood we can find to use for those tanks. We'll basically just explore, see what we can find, and down the line, we can go through the steps of how we're going to prepare that wood once the fish room is actually done and dusted, ready for the aquariums to come in, and we get the whole setup on the inside of the room. But the 5-foot aquarium behind me and this fish room is slowly being broken down, and I'll give you a full update of what we're taking to the new house very, very soon. But we've still got a lot of work to do, so I say enough talking, let's head over to the farm and go and do some driftwood collecting. Alright, so apologies if it's a little shaky. Again, I didn't bring my fancy new farm camera, I'm just using my iPhone. But we finally had a break in weather, and I'll let you know what I mean by that. Past few days with all the rain, everything is just so muggy. You can see just everyone's sinking as they walk, and there's also both people and animals. Look at that. That right there is the print of a footprint of a big kangaroo. You can see how the difference in footprints. So those are kangaroo footprints, and then those obviously are people footprints. You can see the boot of the sole. The sole of the boot. But those kangaroo tracks, and they go all the way around. So the roos actually do come up like right up close to the house and everything. One time there was a roo inside the house. I didn't actually see it, but there was like poo everywhere inside the house. So hey, that's cool, I guess. We finally got some sun, which makes it perfect to just walk around here without the fear of slipping and just sinking into mud. Although near the house that is a problem because there's just so much loose soil as I'm trying to traverse through it all. But the aim of the game, let's go and get some driftwood. With the new native Australian and South American aquarium that we've got in the works, we need to go and collect some wood for it, and what better than to go into your very own backyard and find some driftwood. There's a couple of places that I know where I can get some nice chunks of wood. Actually, speaking of wood, look at that piece. It's pretty good. It's got some decent weight to it, but I don't think it's eucalypt wood. It seems like it's black wattle, which is... Where's the black wattle tree? That one. You see that? That one. No, sorry. No, yeah, it is that one. That one. The spindly looking one. The one next to it is eucalypt. A lot more dense and a lot better quality wood compared to this. This is a really big fallen black wattle over here. And you can tell that it's a black wattle because there's a live one. And the most clearest identifying factor is the bark that you see on the outside. So it's got this like really dark, almost like burnt wood, but it's just the color that it is, hence the name black wattle. And that outer layer of bark is constantly falling off, going into the ground. But the issue with the tree is that it's super fragile. Just, you know, a heavy wind or some easy movement to the tree just causes it to drop branches. And you can see that's why it has so many broken spindly bits all around it. And the issue with this is because it is pretty much like a sponge, it's super soft wood. It's going to break down really quick. The other issue is this would be perfect to like take a big chunk out of, but because this breaks down so easily, it provides so much food to all the critters, all the grubs, beetles, everything like that feeds off this stuff. So we'll leave that. We'll go and find some more eucalypt branches. We basically want to find deadfall, so stuff that is bone dry and has fallen. And this one is probably a really good example of that. Oh, man. That's definitely on the cards. We probably don't need this end bit, so I'll just break that off pretty much. There we go. You can tell that it's nice dry wood as well. So there's no green in that. It's just, you know, if I lit that, it would pretty much burn really well. So we'll keep this. This is a good piece. There are also other pieces that we'll go and have a look at, which will probably be a bit too big for me to do anything about, but at least we'll know where they are, and I've got a video now so I can refer back to them. This farm is really big to the point where I often forget where things are. Oh, more wood. That is also black wattle, I believe. That's also black wattle. So try and avoid that. Also, the other thing, it's super resinous. There's a ton of sap in the wood, which was probably just going to leach out and cause a whole bunch of problems, so we probably don't want that. I might be inclined to use it if I know that it's been dead for a long time and really been exposed to the weather. A clean example is this one. This has been dead pretty much since the day that we got here, and a lot of it looks super cool. Like if you look at that whole thing there, like if you just cut those two branches, there's a lot of spindly stuff, but again, the issue is it will just break down so quickly. Just imagine if you had like a couple of Bristows in there. Oh, good God. It'd be detritus heaven. So we'll want to avoid that. What we'll do is we will go to the dam. The dam has a couple of good fallen eucalypts in it, and I'm pretty sure there shouldn't be much water in there either. So we should be able to get some wood there. Let's go on a walk. Where is the dam? Have I skipped the dam? The dam should be that way, but I think I've skipped it. No, let's just walk this way and we'll see what happens. Huh. I don't remember this place. We have skipped the dam, see? Oh, also, there's so much moss on the ground. Let me give you a closer look. Look at all of that. That's so cool. So eventually, I would love to make a terrarium or a paludarium of some sort, just using stuff that we find here. And in that sort of environment, it would be perfect to get some softwood like the black wattle. But again, see another black wattle tree. This is a whole grove of black wattle, so you can just see how much of this stuff is a pain in the neck to deal with, not only for aquariums, but as a property owner as well. Not that I'm a property owner, but someone who's going to be managing this property. You can see that it's just constantly producing deadfall, and eventually this stuff does kind of become a fire hazard, because you can just see how much it accumulates in terms of little bits of kindling. Dried grass settles in there after it's been pulled in here by the wind. But it does make decent habitat for smaller stuff. It gives birds building supplies to make nests, but you just don't need so much of it. Is that a pine tree? What? I genuinely had no idea this was a thing. Oh, look, there's mushrooms as well. That's cool. Kangaroo. And yeah, this is a perfect spot for roos to come in and have a bit of a relaxed time in the afternoon. So it's nice and cool here, even though we've had great weather with the sun. It's really nice and cool, which shows you the importance of microhabitats. We've just completely been derailed, haven't we? Look, it's a pine tree. I didn't even know we had that. That's crazy. Oh, there's little ones as well. That is pretty much a straight up Christmas tree. Huh. Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't even know it was a thing. But again, yeah, look, black wattle. Big tree. It'll grow, and then eventually it'll just be like, I want to die. Boom. And then it'll just crash, and you've got pretty much this whole tree that's just split in half there and then fallen to create this. It looks damn cool, but it's a pain in the neck to deal with. Now, where did I put my piece of wood that I collected? I've lost it. Ah, dear. Guys. Oh, there it is. I found it. Ugh. Yuck. Alright, there we go. Let's go and get it. And let's go to the dam. Wood collected. So much moss. Perfect. So that's what we're looking for. I really thought the dam would be dry, but it's got just the tiniest puddle of absolutely gross looking water in it. But perfect place to go and collect some more wood. So this would be a decent-ish branch. I feel like if we broke it off... Wait. This isn't my wood. Where's... That one was like Y-shaped. Where did this one come from? I've lost it. Oh. Man. That's alright. This. Perfect. But yeah, basically we'll need to just cut like that piece off, and just some of the more larger branches. This stuff has been near water for ages and ages, so we know that it's safe in that regard. There's a good good couple of branches here actually, so we can take some of those shorter ones off, so like that one, yeah, those would all be perfect. And then we can just remove all of these little little twigs, and then that'll just give us some nice clean branches to deal with. Same there. So this could pretty much help us set up an entire tank, and we can just go from there. But if we just have a look around, tons of decent pieces that are just readily accessible. Also, the dam is looking absolutely horrendous. When this fills up, where I'm standing would be underwater, or it would be like towards my neck. So to give you a bit of perspective, we would pretty much be in line with that branch. So the water level would be like here towards my eye actually. So that's pretty cool. It's just that, oh, sorry. It's just that with this being a natural or rainwater filled dam, evaporation does take its toll. Eventually though, it'd be really cool to tap into the water table, because we are very, very low on the water table. We just need to dig a couple of meters down and we've got access to groundwater. And then we can eventually have this on like a float valve. So if there was evaporation, it'll naturally top up, which makes it perfect to stock fish in. So that'll be cool. But we'll take these two pieces of wood that I've collected. We'll bring them to the front of the house where I can store them. And then we'll go collect some more. Also a sort of cool thing, if this is your first time watching and you haven't seen this, we have a mega ant colony. Like, this is absolutely huge. The ants are sort of dormant right now. There's not a lot of activity. Usually this is like crawling with ants, but if I get a little close without upsetting them, you might be able to see one of them moving there. But this is huge. Like, this is probably about 6 feet long and about 4 feet wide. And I don't know how many meters it would go down, but usually there are thousands and thousands of ants that are just crawling all over the place, like right over down towards the end of the property. And these guys do so much work in terms of breaking things down. And it's super, super cool. With the cold weather and also the rain, they're just slowly walking around doing their thing. But in warmer weather and when we're not having that much rain, they are everywhere. I'd love to eventually film some time lapses of just feeding them, like giving them a little fish and seeing how quickly they can break it down. So many options to make videos with these guys. I did also manage to find a third bit of wood, so we'll take these. At the front of the house, there is a bathtub, which was just here when we bought it. So I'll put these pieces of wood in there because no one's going to mess with the bathtub. There we go. The bathtub. It's filled up with rainwater, but it's been here for so long. There's like grass growing in it. There's algae in it. And yeah, I've just put the wood in here. We'll obviously go and collect more, but oh, it's a ladybug. Is it still alive? It is. Look at that. Just saved its life. Is it still alive actually? I don't know. Oh no, it's moving. It's moving. Let's take it away from the water. Put it somewhere safe. Let's put it here, so it is away from the water. Oh, there's spider webs. I don't want it to die there. Here you go, little guy. Oh, stop it. Get on. Dry off. Be safe. There we go. Look at it. Just saved a life. It's doing happy and healthy. It'll eventually fly off, but don't go in the bathtub again, please. Can't be doing this every time. I love how this started off as like a video of us collecting driftwood, and we're pretty much just going on a walk and talking, which is part of the fun of living on a farm and having so much space to do whatever the heck you want. Starting from pretty much there is the corner of the land. Is it there? Yeah, it's about there. And then going all the way across is all eucalypts with the odd black wattle mixed in between. But yeah, let's see if there's any more big eucalypt deadfall here, and see if there's anything that we can collect. There's just so many black wattles. God, it's like when you're looking for eucalypts, you can never find eucalypt wood. Everywhere is just black wattle. But yeah, I mean, okay, let me flip this around and show you, again, a more obvious reason as to why these aren't good trees. Correction, no tree is a bad tree, but these just ain't good for aquariums. So, this one, when you look at it first glance, it looks pretty dense, but when you step on it, so let me try to break this, you can see how it just crumbles like that, and all that color that you see in the wood is a clean definition that it's probably got a lot of sap or resin in the wood still, which means it would burn fantastically, but it would just leach so much into the water tannin wise. Probably not the safest sap that would go into the water either for the fish, and yeah, it would just break down in no time. So it's just super light wood. There you go, I just cracked it there. That one looks pretty good. Please be a eucalypt. Please be a eucalypt. Oh, damn it, there's a black wattle tree there. I don't think so. Oh, actually, no, that is most definitely eucalypt. Oh, that is a big piece of wood. It's probably quite soft as well. Look at that. Let me stand. That is, oh my god. That looks cool. That looks really, really cool. I wonder. It's just that it looks like it's got a lot of mycelium and fungus growth on there, so I'm just trying to think whether that would be the best bit of wood to take. Still a lot of loose bark on it, and there is a chance, like, oh, actually, no, it's not soft. Yeah, it's not soft, so how heavy is it? I could drag that pretty easily. I'd just have to pretty much pressure wash all the loose bark off it. Like, even if we cut the piece of wood there, and then just have it lying flat, like I could have that branch, probably leave this one, and maybe break off this one, it would still be a pretty good looking piece of wood. But I'll just see if there's any more. You know what, I think we'll take that one. We'll take this one, because there's a lot of potential with this one, and we might be able to actually get 2 usable pieces off it if I can break it there. So you can use that branch, this. I'm just thinking, will it look good? Yeah, it should be fine. It's a good piece, so even if we keep it flat, it'll be, yeah, alright. We'll take that with us. Alright, wood acquired. I don't think there's any more that I could probably take in terms of what's already fallen and loose. So we'll just find a clearing and then walk back to the bathtub, put it in there, and hopefully the water should just drown out a lot of those funguses and stuff that's growing on it, and then eventually we can clean it up, you know, soak it in peroxide and all that fun stuff. But actually, can you imagine in, like, I don't know, 5 years from now? Oh, geez, not 5 years, hopefully sooner, maybe like 3 years from now, when we've been here for a while, we've got animals, goats are on the list, cows, chickens, and it's a fully functioning homestead where we're producing our own protein, our own vegetables, and all that. So yeah, I think it'll be really fun. And just to, I guess, preface this, I don't think this will be like a novelty farm where we've just got animals for fun, I guess. Whilst we'll have pets and stuff. A lot of this will be a working, moving farm that's producing food for us, for family, and eventually maybe even you guys, but we'll see how that all works out. And yeah, I'm just really keen. But I think that's pretty much it. We've got 4 big pieces that we can process down into, like, they're all about 6 feet long, so we could cut them down to about 3 feet, which gives us plenty for standing logs. That one's a pretty big one. We've got plenty of things we can do with that. But Yeah, I reckon it's good. Alrighty, Bodgies and Widgies, I really hope you enjoyed that video. It was so much fun for me to film. It was pretty much just us walking and talking, whatever came to my mind or whatever the land presented, we just went and talked about, like that one pine tree. But you can kind of see how my brain works on a daily basis. Focus on a topic, get side-railed by like 5 other things. But still very, very fun, and we managed to get some pretty decent chunks of driftwood, enough to fill up probably about half an aquarium with the sort of aquascape idea that I have in mind. Plus there's a whole bunch of larger chunks that we can process with the chainsaw, which is probably not the most responsible thing to do, especially in my hands, but I'm sure we can make it work. And yeah, I'm super, super excited to get the final touches of the room done so we can get it painted and ready for the new aquariums to come in. If you ended up enjoying this video and you want to see more vlog style formats, feel free to give this video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. A lot of you that are watching my channel, especially in recent times, are regular viewers, but you haven't subscribed to the channel. So if you are a regular viewer and you haven't subscribed, I would highly appreciate if you did want to consider subscribing, just because it helps so much with the way this channel grows and reaches a newer audience. Plus, with a whole bunch of other promotional opportunities and equipment opportunities that we can do in the new fish room, all of those sorts of things, behind the scenes stuff, whatnot. We also have recently been approved for channel members, and that's where I can give you a whole bunch of exclusive content, and especially for those of you that wanted to support the channel just that little bit more, you've got that opportunity via that join button that you'll see down below. But you watching these videos is definitely more than enough. Thank you so much for all of your support, Bodgies and Widgies, and as always, stay happy, stay safe, stay Aussie Australian. Bodgie out.